All right, I think we're live. Maybe, here we go. We're live, guys. Hey, happy Tuesday again. Today is Tuesday, August 28th, and this is episode 230. Who could believe it? Of the TED Show. And I'm with my beautiful friend. Look how beautiful you look.
Thank you.
Maurita Sutton Brown. And we're going to talk about, well, we're going to talk about many things, but we're going to talk about living in divine order.
Yes.
Amrit, all the way overseas. I don't think I can tell your country where you're at, Amrit, but he gave a thumbs up, so that must mean they can hear us or see us.
Yes.
So I love you guys coming on. Joanna Petrowski, we went to high school together. She was only 5. So that's why I love Facebook Live, because you get to see all these people you don't get to see normally. So we got a thumbs up. So welcome to the show. We've been trying to do this for a while, right?
Like a while.
Where did we meet? We met someplace fun, and then we kept running into each other fun.
I think we met at the M.
At the M Lounge? Hey, Wendy, we met at M Lounge. What was that for? Was that for...
it was for
Allie
Mack.
Allie Mack. Shout out to Allie Mack. That was a great event.
That was a great event. Oh, my goodness.
And then I saw you at the Fierce Entertainment, right?
And we both had the red carpet with a mic in our hands.
Oh, my God, I forgot about that.
You forgot. I'll send you the picture again tonight. I actually looked at it.
I should have posted that picture.
You need to post the one. It's just
you're
you
used
and
to
me.
Walking the red carpet. I'm used to working the red carpet, just for the record. That is totally true. Hey, Shirley. That's awesome. Hey, Ray. What's up, guys?
That's
true.
But
you belong on the red carpet. All right, so give them a little history of you. They obviously saw your bio when we posted this morning, but it's so good when they get kind of a feel for who you are and a little bit of your history, and then we'll eventually get to living in divine order. But you have this amazing history. I love to use that word. It's my favorite.
Yeah. That kind of makes me feel like history. Like that's way, way back there. But guess what? That's how I got to where I am.
That's how we all got. So it's good because what happens, people sometimes look at a you. I share this all the time. Look at a you and they go, I could never be that, or I couldn't accomplish that. And what I want you to, and what we're going to talk about today is how it doesn't matter what your background is. You just have to figure out and maneuver your way through all of life and get to where you want to be. So
with my history,
tell us.
It's my brother and I was raised with a lot of grandmother help because my mother worked. She was corporate America. And I grew up as the only girl wanting to climb the trees in the backyard.
So you were like a tomboy.
Yes, but I couldn't do it because...
Let's say hi to David Swanson, who's back. Hi, David Swanson, come on.
We have company.
Navigating Faith with David Swanson, you're back. I saw you out there, but you were so immersed in your conversation.
I had to come in and interrupt.
As you should.
We love it.
I apologize.
We love you,
This
man.
is awesome.
I'm so glad you're back.
It actually fit right in.
Totally.
So I wanted to go climb trees with guys like him, and my grandmother said no. So I used to watch out of the big picture window, and I just said one day I'm going to climb a big tree. I'm going to climb a big tree. I'm going to be and do what they do.
Very nice.
So as I grew up, I used to always love to clean, and I used to always love to keep things in order because when I said, Grandmother, why can't I go and play outside? She goes, here's a dust cloth, here's the pots and pans, I'm gonna teach you how to cook. You're gonna be ready whenever I'm like 5, right? Going to 6, 7. So I've been baking and cooking and cleaning since the age of 5, 6, 7, 8.
So is cleaning, is it cathartic for you?
Yes, it is. Light my candles, my Simply Maurita candles.
So I have a lot of cathartic stuff I could have you do for me.
Yes, I turn on jazz music, I have a glass of wine, and I clean the entire home.
Shirley Stamper says Maurita's lips are beautiful.
Thank you so much.
We love Shirley Stamper. Do you know Shirley?
No, I don't.
Best caterer in town.
I probably. Oh, yes.
John Shirley's Catering. Best swamp salsa in town.
Bring us some food over here.
She's hungry. She doesn't think I'm going to feed her.
She
said, "Are you going to feed me?"
You're going to feed me? Like I came all the way up here from home.
I know, but we never eat before the show. We only drink, allegedly.
Right. So yes, they only.
All right. So you grew up organizing, cleaning.
Very organized.
And that's an important part of who you are.
I could not drink coffee until I was 18, and I could not wear black until I was 18. And my Nana is still alive, and she would tell, yes.
Okay. Why not black?
She says, because we're in a political month. I'm not going to go there. She just said I couldn't wear black.
I got you. It's the same reason why when you all have, when people have white parties, I'm like, white people don't look good in white. So why do we have all these white parties? We don't look so fantastic in it.
kind of like, yeah. She just said black was not of God. It wasn't a good spiritual being. And I did not wear black until I was 18. I didn't drink coffee until, and I wear black all the time, and I'm a coffeeholic.
There you go.
That's okay. So I grew up in order, period. But sometimes you get out of order with the people you meet.
So we talk about this a lot on the show.
Yes.
The people you hang out with really do have a huge influence.
A lot.
On who you are. That's why I used to worry about my kids, who they hung out with, and I wanted to know who they were. I also wanted to know who their parents were.
Right.
It wasn't because I didn't trust them. It was the other influence that was going on.
Yes. See, I love that, because if my son now, 15, goes, I want to go over such and such house, and I'm like, what do their parents do?
Right?
I could care less about the kid.
You can Google them in 5 minutes.
I want to know I want to know what the parents do.
See if there's a mugshot. What's happening?
You know what my grandmother taught me too? The fruit doesn't fall far from the tree.
It really does.
So therefore, if I know what the parents do and how they are in society, I don't have to worry about what my son is doing.
Correct.
As much.
So important.
So I grew up, and I met a guy with a lot of money. We got together. We had kids. And I was so out of order because he didn't want to get married. Like, that wasn't his thing.
That wasn't his thing.
That wasn't his thing. And I'm like, well, we got kids. I think I should, you know? And so things happened. We disappeared from each other. And I just got highly educated. Like, I'm just going to go to school. I'm going to get an interior design business. I'm going to rule the world with color and trend.
I love that.
I don't want to be, I can dress and
awesome.
Trend because I can dress.
Amazing.
So I was like, let me go do homes as pretty as I am. That's how I felt, you know. So I went out there, I started this Divine Order, started this company, and then I got my bachelor's in it, and then I got my MBA in Business International Global pre-law, and then I went to Bible school for 2 years. Got married, been married 17 long years last week. And during all that education, Bible school, and all this kind of stuff, it just dawned on me that what I am and who I am and what I do on a daily basis is in divine order. How could it not be? That's where it came from.
So explain that, because I think a lot of people go divine order. All right, so
they think it's like, ooh,
yeah, there's a lot of,
it's none of that. It's like make your bed, clean your ears, wash your car. Is your closet clean?
Is that part of your order? So
it's rules in this course.
But you're not OCD about it.
No.
No.
At least 2 throw pillows.
But why divine order? So you obviously believe in a higher power.
Yes, I do. I believe in God Almighty.
Amen. Me too.
Jesus, his son, the Trinity.
Agreed.
Holy Spirit.
So you believe in that. I do too. So when people think of divine, immediately they go, oh, God, she's one of those holy rollers.
Yes, they do. I'm like, look at me.
But you know, your divine is your definition, not yours. But the audience.
Hey, Mama D.
Mama D, who doesn't love her?
I love you, girl.
She helps me so much. I had to cancel on you, Mama D, once, and I feel so bad about that still. I say my prayers. I almost Opus Dei'd myself.
I'll pray for you.
Please do. I need it.
Yeah.
But
she still loves you.
I think. Oh, I know she does. She's so good. She and Britt. Oh my God, they're amazing people. So, but I think that when people hear the word divine, they immediately go, "Oh my God, what is happening?" She's going to holy roller me. She's going to pray over me. Do. And maybe that's true. But you know, your definition of divine, yours, mine, and theirs could be different.
Right.
But I don't understand how. A lot of times, I don't understand how people don't get that there is some sort of divine order. There's something happening that's bigger than me and you.
And one of the examples, like when I start the course, and now I just went into business mode.
That's all right. Go into business.
Did you see that? Oh my goodness.
Bring back the other one.
I know. Oh my God. Okay, I'll come back. I'll come back. Well, one of the things, I like this one because this is the one I use around the world. So you have to look at it this way. We all get up from some form of sleeping. It could be on the sofa, the bed, the chair, right? The next thing we do, I always ask, what do you do when you wake up? I go straight to the bathroom. But when I come back, I am making up my side of the bed, whether my husband is in it or not, because that's where I start from. The second place I go to is my closet. This is where either I've laid out the outfit or I'm looking for an outfit. Because how I show up after I leave my home is the definition of who I am. Amen. The first thing Ted said, and all those people looking at me when I walked in was like, they just stopped eating. They were like, oh, exactly. I'm a showstopper. Guys, how you dress, Ted is too.
You know,
it's how we present ourselves from the closet. And we get much respect for being in order, on time, and clean.
Yes, you were on time, which I loved.
Yes.
And that's the other thing. So I feel like there's all these
studies. So it's not
studies.
that spiritual. It's more of integrity of who you are.
Also, you have some sort of purpose in what you're doing.
Yes.
You're intentional about making sure when you go to the bathroom, when you come back, you clean up your bed.
Yes.
Then you go to your closet. There's an order
yes.
how you're doing things. And I think a lot of people fly by the seat of their pants.
Yes.
I'm guilty of that sometimes, but I have a wife who is super supportive that helps me pick out my outfits and kind of keeps me on task.
And me the same with husband.
Okay, so you get it. So then I also have all these amazing people at Freedom Mortgage who help me keep on task with working on my relationships and making sure the show is impactful. So I have an army. I used to joke it was a village, but I think it's a borough or a state or a country at this point. Seriously, or a universe. I don't know what's going on. But it's very difficult to not have that if you want to be impactful.
Right.
Because if you're all flying all by the seat of your pants, I mean, you could have a momentary lapse of genius.
Yes.
But wouldn't it be awesome if you were prepared for it and you knew what you were doing and you knew what you were going to do during that day?
And that's what divine order is. You just said it. It's really me being simply Maurita. You know, that's my product line.
You worked it right in. There you go.
Yes,
Good
being
girl.
simply Maurita. That all comes into play because it's not that hard to get yourself together. Because if you can't, then you need help. And it's okay to get a stylist.
Agreed.
It's okay to get a life coach. It's okay to get someone that can do the things that you need to do. And I think that's what people fear from, letting someone else know that I don't know how to do this. So Divine Order is a course where I teach like these 6 F's. There's 6 F's for the whole course. 6-week conference call, or I do 2 boot camps in a weekend. Or I do it during my 101. But the issue with this is when people get that it's some spiritual holy roller thing, I'm like, look, we only pray if you ask. We only pray if you ask, right?
We might pray behind the scenes, but we're not going to pray over you.
But not over you, because all I want you to do is understand that even when you walk into your office, you wonder why people don't speak to you. You wonder why people just pass by. Now, this is getting more into attraction,
right?
With leaving home. So we've left home, we've tried to do the best that we can. We're at work and we wonder why people aren't calling us to go out to lunch. We're wondering why the boss doesn't pick us to do the tasks that are necessary. Well, it's because you're not in order. And people pick up when you're not in order. When I got here this morning, you were sitting, you were where I could find you, and you greeted me and you did what you had to do with your task, right?
Yes.
And then you said, let's proceed. You were in order. I could have come up here. You could have been like, look, the room's not ready. I got to go back downstairs.
Never gonna happen,
I got to go to my
way.
car. Oh, my goodness. I need to eat half a sandwich. I don't eat. That is a person that's not in order. And I love to give that example. Now, another one is your purse, something that's personal to you. Like right now, if I open my purse, everything is pretty much in order.
It's organized.
It's in order, right?
Even a dude could find something in there.
If you go back to people that knew me, oh my goodness, I would say 2006. You could Google them now and they would say her purse is together. It is one of those things because I need to be able to get what I need at that moment. Right? When you have 3 kids at the time, back in 2006, I needed to be on point. It's what I call it. That's divine order. It's not one of these things I'm telling you guys, like I want people to come. We have so much fun. You know, like foundation is one of them. And people will go, are we talking about makeup? No, we're not talking about makeup. We're not talking about the foundation of the earth. We're talking about your inner being foundation. I
love that.
Your inner being. Who are you? Why do you even exist? What do you want? So just gave you, I just gave you a little.
I like one of the F's. I don't know where we were going with that. It was good. Foundation's great. And so what you're saying, I believe what you're saying, and I feel the same thing, is that if you have stuff in some semblance of order, you're also attracting that kind of order into your life. And so you're hanging out with people who are more orderly, which makes you more efficient, more effective, more impactful.
Yes.
And so I'm amazed at the people who are all over the place, because I'm not one of those people. My schedule is literally from the minute I get here to the minute I go home and collapse, and then I still have a schedule after I'm done at home. But I don't know how to operate outside of order, outside of divine order. I'm amazed at the people who can do it.
Well, I am too. And the thing about it is, it's not that we don't want the people that live in chaos and confusion around us all the time, but it gives us a good sense of what we don't want.
So there's a meme that I haven't shared yet that I love, and it's this woman, you guys probably seen her, she looks really stern, and she says, your lack of preparation does not mean I have to be in crisis management mode.
Wow.
And that has to do with the order, and I deal with that a lot. So you and I are planners, we're order people. And then a lot of times people come in and they're like, oh my God, Ted, I'm 30 minutes late. Well, I'm sorry, I got an appointment. And they're like, what, you have an appointment? Listen, I book it out. You want to come for 15 minutes? I'll give you the 15 minutes out of the hour and a half that I was going to give you. And people get upset about that. That's because they live in this chaos.
Yes, and they want you to respect their chaos and confusion.
I don't like
And that is of the devil. I don't do confusion. And that's biblical. I don't do confusion.
Yeah.
You know, when something presents itself to me, and even yourself, I have to get to the bottom of it. Now, people call that aggression. I don't care what you call it. We're going to get this straight.
Do people really do that?
Yeah, last week, someone said, Maurita, you're so aggressive. I kind of, been worried about if you can kind of tone it down. I said, let me tell you something.
You're not aggressive.
I make business moves. I don't have time to patty cake.
But here's the thing. You know, with that person, they're just, because they have this weakness, or they have this, they aren't feeling good in their own spirit. Well, why would you?
I can't bow down to nonsense and confusion and chaos. And the thing about life, if you had clarity on a daily basis on the things that you want, I mean, Ted, even down to the steak. Are we going to have steak or chicken? I mean, we have to be in order. At my house, we have to be in order. Because I need to know if we're having steak or chicken so that I can know how to prepare it. Do I have my garlic? Like, I need to know. So people, when I
have a cocktail, I need to know, do we have the wine, do we have the vodka?
Right. Which one is it? What are we serving? Like, what am I having for lunch?
But I need to know for you.
Which one first? She said meal planning is key.
Mama D, we love you.
It is. Because you know what? Because divine order is how you eat it. And it's how you make sure you're eating the right foods for digestion. Like, we could take divine order in so many different ways, Ted.
I agree.
But the main point is, how you present yourself to the multitudes is how people would treat you. My mother taught me something. I remember I used to like to fight when I got off the bus. I would just slap somebody, because there was a lot of anger at home. Yeah, angry? Mom was having different issues going on at the house, and
kids don't
as a
know
kid,
how
I didn't know how to express
themselves.
it. Like, she didn't send me to a psychologist until way later. So I used to fight, and the thing about it was, one day I realized, getting off the bus, why am I fighting?
Yeah.
And then she and I became best friends.
Right.
To this day, right? But this is the deal. That was just out of order. That was out of order. So I remember one day, I used to be the one that hit, right? Listen, literally, bam, just to get it started. And my brother used to go, why? Straight A student, but just bam when I got off the bus. I mean, let me tell you, this is so funny. I've never told this story live. I used to think the curve in front of our house was ours. You know how you know that there's an impediment that's just not yours? And I say, if you put your toe on that curve, I'm going to jack you up.
You had territory.
Yes! I was very terrified. And I'm not even like that right now. Oh, my God. So, speaking on that, she and I are friends now. But I remember one day I got off the bus and someone slapped me.
What'd you do?
I went home. I didn't know what to do. I went home and I told Mom I didn't even fight. And I could have took her out. So I went home and I said to my mom, she hit me. I couldn't, okay, probably about 11, 12. And my mother goes, she was doing dishes. I remember she turns around and she goes, well, Rita, how are you being for her to hit you? And it was probably all the times she saw me start.
Yep.
And I had to
Your mom
live
put
with that.
Onus back on you.
Yes.
I love
And for the rest of my life,
I love that.
How am I in divine order for people around me to treat me any kind of way? And let me tell you, I don't have that. I don't have any disorder of people in my life.
You teach people how to treat you.
Yes.
You
yes.
100% do.
Yes.
And I think people don't realize. They're like, why am I in a bad relationship for the 900th time?
Right.
Why am I in a bad partnership?
Because you don't know how to
business?
sit down and say boom, 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 boom.
And you don't know how to teach people how to treat you.
In the first 15 minutes.
I know.
First 15 minutes. You will know if a friend is a friend or a man is your man. In 15 minutes. I'm just saying.
How do you know if a man's your man?
You'll know a man's your man when you find out he don't have 12 kids, he has a job, maybe 2 cars, pay his mortgage on time. I've been married 17 years. When my husband proposed, things were in divine order. And when they weren't, 2 years we dated before that wedding. 2 years. And when I said I want a $20,000 wedding, you do half, that's what we did. Cash only.
Nice.
Listen, guys. Divine order is putting your standards out there. I am who I am. You either take this or leave it.
I agree. I'm like that. Like, I'm learning because I'm a pushover, right? Because I'm sort of a people pleaser, although people wouldn't believe that.
I can't.
But I'm working on going. Like, I had somebody give me so much attitude this week. This is the late one. They're like, well, I'm only going to be 30 minutes late. And they gave me so much attitude. I'm like, I'm doing you a favor having you on the show.
Wait. This is my platform. I'm inviting you.
This is my house.
My house.
My house. I did a whole show on.
Of the street,
oh, I love that song.
My house. Boom, boom.
We sing a lot on
our
show.
pastor played it because he preached about community at home. And I thought that was like,
that's a great
which is just
discussion.
like divine order.
Yes, I agree.
You know, I have a Bible in every room of the home.
Nice.
I mean, everyone that comes to my house may not know who God is. So you got to like have that ready. Or they just may want a scripture before they go to bed.
So that's why we do. So David, and then another David, we do a Navigating Faith show. Just to talk about faith. We're not, I mean, our beliefs are God and Jesus, just like we talked about before, but it can be any faith.
Yes.
Because I think people are desperate, and they're so desperate to have any kind of faith, a belief in something.
And divine order is that they're lost.
Agreed.
But let me tell you, for people like us that are true Christians, we don't judge. There's no judgment. Everyone sits at the table. Everyone sits at the table. I raise my kids that way. Everyone sits at the table.
Everyone does.
Because you never know who you're speaking to, why you're speaking to them, and what they can bring back.
So true.
People get so, it was a question on 106, would you hang out with an atheist? That was their question. And I'm just driving my son to school, and I needed him to listen to that. And, the question is, first of all, an atheist is someone that doesn't believe in God, in Christ, and the Trinity. That does not mean that they don't believe in Buddha, Allah, and anyone else. Right. What that means is they just do not believe in God. So with that being said, that doesn't make them a bad person.
So
we don't judge.
I would love you to go back and watch. We did a show with David Swanson.
Yes.
And I brought my friend, my longtime friend, Jim Hobart on, who's an atheist. And I set it up so we could just ask him to understand where he was at.
Right.
That was such a powerful show. Why?
I bet it was.
Because we listened to him.
Yes.
And that's what you have to learn to do. If that is a different belief than you, take it in, listen, don't judge, and don't not be part of that person's life because they have a different opinion. Because trust me, Christian has about 7 billion different iterations on it. And what I think is Christian and you think is Christian and the next person thinks is completely different. So why would we judge somebody who doesn't say Christian?
Right.
We don't judge. I love that example. All right, so tell me about you. Tell me about the business. So we met because of Mrs. Corporate America, right?
I didn't bring my big crown, but I do have on my little crown.
Listen, I would have worn that crown. Why didn't you bring that crown? God dog it. I have a couple tiaras at home.
If I had known it meant so much, I would have. Next time, I will. So this is the deal. So I became an interior designer 24 years ago. I have a 24-year-old daughter. She's married in the Army with my grandson, serving our great country.
God bless her. I love
and her husband, both are Army. The baby, I say he's Army too. He's 8 months. I'm so proud of her.
That's amazing.
She dropped out of college to go into the Army. Now she's back in college. Love it. My other daughter is 23. And with both of them at my feet, I finished those 2 degrees. And then I got married. So after I did the MBA in business, that helped me run the interior design business. So I have that business license in Florida, Texas, and Georgia. Nice. So I can work in all 3 states. And it's a hobby for me. Well, in 2008, I woke up one day and I was looking at Ivana. She had her show. It came on. And I don't know what network. Oh my God, I just thought she was the most beautiful chocolate woman on earth that would stand there and let people scream at her and cry and pour out their heart. And, you know, it was between her and Oprah. You know, I'm trying to find out who I am in life, right?
Right.
Oh my God. So I was like, you know what? If she can be a life coach, I'm a life coach.
There you go.
So I coined life coach in 2008. No one was a life coach. Like right now it's trending. So I've worked my butt for 10 years as a life coach, changing women's lives all over the world. And we got all these trendy people wanting to be a life coach. So I had to make that very solidified. So I went to Bible school for 2 years and I got my certificate. Oh, I'm a minister, yes indeed.
You're a minister.
Yes, I am. So then I said, you know what, let's go a little further. Let me go get a theology degree, a PhD. And I dealt with that for a while because I was always interested in all the different Bibles.
You want to be Dr. Brown? Is that what you're going to be?
Yeah, Sutton Brown, Dr. Sutton Brown.
Dr. Sutton
So
Brown.
I am a candidate now with the PhD in psychology. I'm at dissertation.
Nice.
Yes. So, but it's in life coaching. It's an industrial organization. So I have proven myself with all 16 courses. I have my dissertation to go do. I am so excited. God is amazing. But to say all that, Ivana and I are the true life coaches on earth. Everybody else follows suit. I'm just saying. That was my joke.
She had to put it out there.
But I'm just saying, yeah.
So
and
listen,
that's what got me to changing women's lives and supporting them and loving them.
So we're already toward the end. I know I haven't prepped you for this, but it happens when you're having a good time and you're speaking from your heart, which is what I love. All right, so we're going to share. We probably have to have another show.
And I will come back with my crown.
Listen, you need to bring a second crown, or let me know so I'll wear my crown.
Okay, I'll let you know.
We're going to share all of Maurita Sutton Brown's contact information, how to reach out to her, how to get involved. I mean, don't you want to be part of and understand what it means to live in divine order? I think a lot of people are hungry for that, thirsty for it. They want to have it in their lives and they don't know how to get it. But don't be turned away by divine. You define divine. Our definition could be different than yours, but it's still divine. And so I love that. And order, that's across the board. I mean, you could have different definitions of order as long as it's not the crazy chaos that we see a lot. So are there any, and we're going to share all of that when we post the video. Maurita will share, I'll share. She's got her crown. You definitely have to come back. Any parting words of wisdom, anything that you want to share with them
The one thing that I love to tell the multitudes, you know, that are out there, that chaos and confusion keeps you in fearful mode. When you can have clarity and you can have a sense of order, you can make right decisions. You can make right decisions, and that's all God gives us. And whomever you believe in, it's the right choice. Make the right choice for yourself. We call it in Christianity discernment. It's discerning truths, discerning your integrity. If you get in touch with me, I do 30-minute consultations free. And we can see if we're fit, because I don't take everybody. And you may not be able to take my level of coaching, because I am strictly a coach. I'm a coach. I'm gonna coach. I don't bring the pads to the field. I don't bring the helmet. You got to bring your stuff. You got to bring your stuff to me so that I can coach you. I don't get into therapy. I coach established women around the world that are right at the brink of being totally successful. Just need a push off the edge.
I love it.
So just stay in divine order. Call me.
Stay in divine order. All right, you're a doll. You know how much I love and appreciate you.
I do.
You were
on let me throw this up here. I brought my book.
Tell us about your book.
My book is Availing Through Prayer. And this book right here is for someone that's been praying for 25 years. It's for someone that's been praying for 2 years. It's someone who never prayed ever in their lives. I have explained in this book what prayer is. But you know what the best part is? It's a 21-day guided journal. Nice. So I ask a question. The first question is, when was the last time you heard from God? Out the gate. Boom. Number one. Day one. When? You get to answer that. Your answer could be never. I don't know. I'm not sure. Yesterday. 5 minutes ago. And then I ask you to explain how that feels for you. And then you get a little tidbit of me. So 21 inserts about who I am is in this book.
I love it.
So you get to know me, and if you've heard my voice today, you will hear me. People call me and say, when I get to day 12, I can hear you speaking to me. And I hear God in this ear, and I hear you in this ear. This is a very conversational girlfriend guide. I will tell you a secret.
Tell us a secret.
Men order it too. Men have been doing the book as well. Because it's not just gender-based, but, you know, I do coach women. But I found out from a few men that they can use it as well.
Sure.
I have families that buy it. So I am giving this one autographed to your wife.
Wonderful.
Today.
Yay.
So I didn't bring my crown, but I know how to get back on with the king.
TED show?
Get back on the TED show with the king. So with that being said, this is a great guide, but I do want to say this, women. Availing Through Prayer. My second book is coming out, Availing While Fasting. And then the third series of this is Availing Into Your Purpose. So you would have a chance to do all three and just be totally motivated for the rest of your life.
There you go. You heard it from Maurita Sutton Brown.
This was so inviting.
You were amazing. You were amazing.
Thank you. I love
really
TED. TED makes life easy.
Cheers to you.
Cheers.
Cheers. Love you to pieces.
Love you to
We love
pieces.
you guys. Please reach out to her. We're going to share all of her contact information, how you can get the book, how you can have her as your life coach.
Oh, and I also do motivational speaking around the world. I love it.
Do you wear the crown?
I don't wear the crown yet. I may wear it in my next gig.
I want you to wear the crown, Maurita.
I may wear the crown in the next gig just for TED.
Please.
Just for
I need a
TED.
picture of that.
But yes, I forgot to say, I am about to be booked. I'm getting an agent, believe it or not, to get booked around the world.
I want an agent.
I'm getting an agent. I know I've
I'm
moved
gonna come
up a
on
little.
Yeah, you've moved up.
Well, I can take you with me, and we could do
Please
female and male.
Yes.
I'll say I
I'll do it in
can't
a
come. Okay, so whenever we get one like in a really, really nice exotic place, I'll go. I can't do it without my partner.
You know my heart. I love you.
I got you. on my speaker sheet, I'm gonna go, look, I need to bring my assistant, my
green
road
M&Ms
dog,
and Ted
my
Bogert.
everything. There we go. Green M&Ms. We got it. We got
All right,
it.
I love you to pieces. You were awesome. We love you guys.
Thank you.
We'll be back tomorrow. Thank you so much for tuning in.
Yes.
Reach out to Maurita. We're going to post all of her information. We'll see you back tomorrow.
Thank you.
Mwah. I love you guys.
This was wonderful.
Wonderful. And then we're going to